What if I told you that some celebrities destroyed their faces so badly that even their own families couldn't recognize them? In the next 13 minutes, you're about to witness the most shocking cosmetic surgery disasters in entertainment history. Stars who went from red carpet royalty to completely unrecognizable strangers through botched procedures and dangerous obsessions. We're talking about a Russian beauty queen who can't even close her eyes, a Mexican actress injected with baby oil, and a singer who underwent 300 surgeries before dying at 57. These aren't just bad makeovers, they're life-destroying transformations that turned beautiful people into cautionary tales. By the end of this video, you'll understand why some celebrities would give anything to have their original faces back. Yulia Tarasevich, the beauty queen who can't close her eyes. Yulia Tarasevich, once celebrated as a Russian beauty queen, endured a nightmare after cosmetic surgery went terribly wrong. Seeking minor touch-ups to maintain her youthful glow, she underwent facelift, eyelid surgery, and liposuction at a private Russian clinic. Instead of enhancing her features, the procedure left her with severe swelling, visible scarring, and the heartbreaking inability to close her eyes. At 43, Yulia found herself struggling with basic daily comfort. She filed a lawsuit against surgeons Dr. Andrei Kov and Dr. Omar K., alleging gross medical negligence. The doctors blamed undiagnosed scleroderma, a rare autoimmune disease, but Yulia firmly denied having such a condition. Despite spending fortunes trying to reverse the damage, she openly admitted her face might never return to normal. Her story serves as a sobering reminder that even routine procedures can devastate lives completely. Lyn May, the Mexican star's baby oil nightmare. Lyn May, born Lealia Guadalupe Moya May, was a captivating figure in Mexico's golden era of entertainment. In the 1970s, she rose to fame as a dancer and actress adored across Latin America for her natural beauty. But mounting pressure to maintain youth led her to seek cosmetic surgery to correct congenital facial asymmetry. Unfortunately, she fell victim to a dangerous scam when a supposed practitioner lacking proper medical training injected baby oil into her cheeks, a substance never meant for human tissue. The aftermath was devastating. Infections, disfigurement, and emotional pain followed. Lyn's once iconic features became distorted, and repeated attempts to correct the damage only made things worse. Over years, tabloids circulated shocking images chronicling her transformation. Now in her 70s, Lyn has spoken publicly about her ordeal, bravely using her platform to warn others about unregulated cosmetic procedures and their tragic consequences. Michaela Romanini, the Italian socialite's collagen obsession. Michaela Romanini's story serves as a haunting reflection of beauty's fleeting nature under fame's harsh lights. Once a celebrated Italian socialite, Michaela captivated attention for her glamorous lifestyle before shocking the world with her dramatic transformation. Driven by the desire to stay youthful, she turned to cosmetic enhancements, preferring collagen injections, especially to her lips. What began as subtle maintenance became dangerous obsession as procedure followed procedure. Photographs from the early 1990s show a vibrant woman with elegant features, but fast-forwarding reveals unmistakable changes. Her lips became dramatically overinflated, her facial contours altered beyond recognition. The media used her image as a cautionary tale, sometimes cruelly. Unlike temporary makeovers, excessive cosmetic alterations carry lasting consequences physically and emotionally. Michaela rarely speaks publicly now, but her image remains a powerful symbol, reminding us that beauty, when pursued without restraint, can lead to irreversible outcomes. Bryan, the woman who lost her sight to fillers. Bryan once sought a modest procedure, dermal fillers, to refresh her appearance. At 47, she simply wanted to smooth a few lines and age gracefully. But that decision changed her life forever. In 2009, during what she believed was routine enhancement, Carol was injected with a dangerous mix including silicone, not approved for facial use. Weeks later, her face began to swell, distort, and harden. Instead of youthful refinement, Carol was left with disfigurement so severe that even closest friends couldn't recognize her. She desperately tried reversing the damage, seeking help from numerous doctors, but the condition worsened. The physical pain matched the emotional toll as she isolated herself. At her lowest point, Carol contemplated suicide. In 2013, reconstructive surgery partially helped but permanently damaged her optic nerve, leaving her blind in one eye. Now Carol speaks publicly about her journey, serving as an urgent reminder that cosmetic procedures can have devastating lifelong consequences. Tara Jayne McConaughey, the real-life Barbie's dangerous quest. Tara Jayne McConaughey, a 33-year-old from Melbourne, Australia, has invested over $85,000 into cosmetic procedures, earning the nickname Real-Life Barbie. Her radical transformation includes 5 breast augmentations, 6 nose surgeries, and multiple sessions of Botox and dermal fillers that reshaped her face into hyper-stylized femininity. Her appearance has drawn both fascination and criticism, landing her on TV shows like Botched, where she represents modern society's obsession with transformation. Tara has no plans to stop, recently announcing intentions to increase her bust size to 15C, well beyond proportions considered safe. Doctors have warned about significant health risks larger implants may pose given her low body mass, but warnings seem only to fuel her ambition. For Tara, beauty is an evolving canvas, not a static ideal. Her story prompts important questions about whether the pursuit of perfection is freeing us or slowly reshaping us into someone completely unrecognizable from our original selves. Pete Burns, the singer's 300 surgeries until death. Pete Burns, lead singer of 1980s band Dead or Alive, became a public spectacle for his dramatic journey through cosmetic surgery. What began as a routine nose job gradually turned into something far more consuming. Burns became entranced by self-transformation, pursuing a visual identity that defied gender convention and biology. As years passed, so did the surgeries, nearly 300 procedures total, ranging from lip fillers to full facial reconstructions. Many operations came with serious complications: infections, botched results, and mounting physical pain. But Burns, undeterred, continued his quest. He once said, "I see myself as my own creation," and indeed his appearance became a shifting, experimental canvas. He spent much of his fortune chasing an aesthetic no doctor could guarantee. Even after medical professionals warned that further procedures might be life-threatening, Burns persisted. His life ended in 2016 from sudden cardiac arrest at age 57, but the conversation his story sparked about body image and self-worth lives on. Dennis Avner, the man who became Stalking Cat. Dennis Avner, better known as Stalking Cat, led a life that defied nearly every convention. Born in Michigan, he was a Navy veteran and skilled computer programmer, deeply committed to exploring identity in radical physical form. At age 23, Avner consulted with a shaman who, referencing his claimed Huron and Lakota heritage, encouraged him to align with his spiritual totem, the tiger. That moment marked the beginning of a transformation so profound, it would reshape his entire existence. Dennis underwent 14 surgical procedures, including subdermal implants for feline facial contours, split upper lip, reshaped ears, nasal flattening, and even a motorized tail. His pursuit wasn't rooted in spectacle but spirituality, yet spectacle followed. He appeared on Larry King Live, Ripley's Believe It or Not, and earned a Guinness World Record for most permanent modifications to resemble an animal. Despite his otherworldly appearance, Dennis led a mostly ordinary life, working in computer science while representing the extreme lengths some go to align external appearance with internal identity. Jocelyn Wildenstein, the billionaire's wife who lost everything. Jocelyn Wildenstein's transformation from elegant socialite to cautionary tale represents one of plastic surgery's most extreme cases. Once married to billionaire art dealer Alec Wildenstein, she began with subtle procedures to maintain youth and beauty. However, what started as routine enhancements spiraled into dangerous obsession that would consume her life and fortune. Each surgery pushed her further from her natural appearance, gradually transforming her into a figure of public curiosity. Her feline-like features earned her the cruel nickname Catwoman, making her a tabloid fixture. The unraveling reached a devastating climax when her marriage collapsed in 1999, stripping her of love and financial stability that funded her surgical addiction. By 2018, the woman once known for spending millions on appearance was forced to declare bankruptcy, a cruel irony that shocked the world. The very procedures meant to preserve her beauty had left her socially isolated and financially devastated, serving as a haunting reminder of perfection's true cost. Joan Rivers, the comedian's final surgery. Joan Rivers, the legendary comedian who built her career on sharp wit and fearless humor, was famously open about her numerous cosmetic procedures. She joked endlessly about her work, claiming she'd had so many surgeries that she'd be buried in a coffin with a window. But her transparency masked a deeper obsession with maintaining appearance in an industry that discards aging women. Rivers underwent countless procedures over decades: facelifts, nose jobs, Botox injections, often joking she was a walking science experiment. Her final surgery in 2014 was supposed to be routine, an endoscopy on her vocal cords at an outpatient clinic. But complications arose when her throat swelled, cutting off oxygen to her brain. She was rushed to the hospital in cardiac arrest and placed on life support. After a week in a coma, Joan Rivers died at age 81. Her death sparked investigations into clinic procedures and raised questions about surgical safety, creating tragic irony that her pursuit of beauty ultimately led to death. Mioku, the Korean woman who injected cooking oil. Mioku's story represents one of the most disturbing cases of cosmetic surgery addiction ever documented. A former model and singer from South Korea, Hang became obsessed with plastic surgery in her 20s, undergoing numerous procedures to enhance her appearance. Her addiction was so severe that doctors in Korea eventually refused to perform more surgeries, recognizing the danger to her health. Desperate to continue transformations, Hang traveled to Japan for more procedures, but even Japanese surgeons turned her away. When no legitimate medical professional would help her, Hang took matters into her own hands in the most horrifying way possible. She began injecting cooking oil directly into her face, believing it would have the same effect as professional fillers. The results were catastrophic. Her face became so swollen and disfigured that she was completely unrecognizable. Korean media discovered her story, and the public donated money for corrective surgeries. Multiple operations managed to remove some oil and reduce swelling, but Hang's face could never be fully restored. These 10 stories reveal the devastating truth about our society's obsession with physical perfection, that the pursuit of beauty can lead to complete destruction of the very thing people are trying to preserve. From Julia's inability to close her eyes to Pete Burns's 300 surgeries ending in death, we've witnessed how the desire for perfect appearance can become dangerous addiction consuming lives, fortunes, and identities. What's most heartbreaking is that many individuals were already beautiful before starting their surgical journeys. Society's impossible standards convinced them their natural appearance wasn't enough, leading them down self-destructive paths that change their lives forever. These cautionary tales remind us that true beauty comes from self-acceptance, not surgical enhancement. While cosmetic procedures can help when done safely and moderately, pursuing perfection often leads to the opposite of what people seek. Before considering any cosmetic procedure, remember these stories. Sometimes the most radical thing you can do is simply love yourself exactly as you are.